It feels like, and look, we don't have a lot to choose from, but for me, this one felt like the best Zuffa Boxing event so far. Would you agree? What were your thoughts on the night?
Yeah. I feel like they're only going to get better, as we continue to, figure things out, do what we do. Like I said, at the end of this year, judge us on our body of work, I would say.
Are you still seeing production things that you want to change, or at this point is it now moving on to the matchmaking and just differences in matchmaking?
No, I'm going to be working on the production for the next 5 years. So, yeah, I won't be happy for, for a very long time on the production.
You know, when we come in here for the Contender Series, we often talk about the nerves these guys feel like when they come into the Apex. It feels to me like some of these guys don't suffer those nerves. Do you think that's just because they're experienced boxers, or do you think it's because they're seeing an opportunity that's not really available to them?
I wouldn't say they don't feel the nerves. I mean, I think every fighter in every combat sport feels nerves. What I smell in this new world we're living in is opportunity, is what I smell. I think that a lot of these guys, there's all this bullshit talk about boxing and how much money everybody makes and all this other stuff. It's an absolute myth and it's total bullshit. And these guys are now a part of something that's either has never been or hasn't happened in a very long time, and they all feel it. I mean, some of the kids that walk through the headquarters here are telling their people, like, I feel like I'm getting signed by the New England Patriots, or, they feel like they're being treated like athletes and they feel like professional athletes. So the more that starts to happen and the more this starts to feel like home, I think you're going to see a lot of what you saw tonight.
In a way, does that almost do your job signing new athletes for you, right? These guys come in here, they get that experience, and then they're going to go and tell other boxers what it's like coming here. And do you expect that over time, everyone's going to kind of want a piece of this, feeling like a professional athlete?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't like coming into these things and talking too much about, but at the end of this year, just watch what I mean, I haven't said anything about Eddie Hearn. Me and De La Hoya are what we are. The WBC, I haven't said anything about. They don't stop talking, the WBC and Eddie Hearn. And all the shit that De La Hoya talks, I mean, we all know he's fucking mentally ill, but, the guy's, talking all this shit, and places in foreclosure. He's suing his fighters to try to stay with him. Has he done a clapback Thursday recently? I would fucking love to see an episode of Clapback Thursday this Thursday from Oscar De La Hoya. But, yeah, I mean, everybody feels it. It's already happening, and it's going to be a fun year.
Do you feel like the more those guys are talking, the more it kind of shows that they're aware of how serious
There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. I mean, we're in our third event here, and we're already in 18 territories across the world on television and on Paramount here in the United States, and the list gets bigger every week. I mean, it's 18 right now. I think it was 16 when I told you at Zuffa Boxing 2. So it's just going to keep getting bigger and more and more and more. And, I mean, UFC BJJ is in 9 territories. We just signed Globo in Brazil. Going to be on the biggest network in Globo. I mean, this is what we do. And, yeah, these guys are all feeling it.
A couple outsider tonight. Today, Cain Velasquez got released from prison. I know you were a big supporter of him, wrote a letter for him. How happy are you to finally see that issue behind him and him get to go home?
Yeah, I'm happy for him, obviously, to get home to his family and, what they went through. If that wasn't bad enough, the guy's been in jail this whole time. But, yeah.
And then obviously, look, you had the matchmaking for the White House. I know you're not announcing anything tonight, but I'm sure you have a framework and an idea in mind of what that card looks like. What can we expect? How many title fights? What does the White House look like?
We have like 2 different options laid out, and the matchmaking process has already started. So, yeah, we got the White House card done last week.
The card is done already to go?
Yep.
Nice. How many title fights are you able to say?
No. Okay. I'm not saying anything.
Hey, Dana, over here.
Yep.
I got a chance to speak to Andre Ward last week in San Francisco at the Super Bowl, and we talked about the WBC stripping Shakur Stevenson. he obviously had his own thoughts about the sanctioning bodies and that situation. Did you have any thoughts when you saw that that was happening?
I think that the guy from the WBC is the greatest PR thing to ever happen for Zuffa Boxing. I mean, that guy should just keep doing interviews every day. Keep talking. It's incredible. Love it.
And then out in Los Angeles, the All-Star game, Jaylen Brown from the Celtics had some comments saying possibly about fighting post-playing career, saying he's spoken to you about that. He's boxing and MMA. Also, Max Crosby. I'm sure you've been approached your whole career about athletes and celebrities thinking they can fight. Are these conversations with Max and Jaylen more serious, or?
I talked to Max last night, actually. You know, these guys are obviously stud athletes, but coming over here is so different. Obviously, if Jaylen Brown and Max Crosby are interested in fighting, I thought Jaylen was messing with me when he told me that, but apparently he's not. And he was training over at the PI. I don't know if you knew that, but last couple days he was over there working on his Muay Thai. So I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome that these guys want to try to fight.
Could Max Crosby save the UFC heavyweight division?
I
don't know. Possibly.
When you think about, you talk about judge us on the year, what do you think, how big are storylines and building characters to you right now, or is it more about just showing that you can put on a consistent quality product in boxing?
That's all of it. All of it. I mean, you have to put on a good, consistent product. You have to have great matchmaking. I mean, we're doing everything that we told you we would do. And it just keeps getting better. So start tweaking the live events, start tweaking the television product, matchmaking getting better and better. And what we do is we go out and we sign the best fighters in the world, the people that we think have the potential to be world champions, and they all fight each other until we find out who is the best in the world. That's what we do. There's no secret to it.
Well, and after the last one a couple weeks ago, you said that you were a lot further along than you expected. Is that what you meant with the talent?
Yeah.
It was with the talent. These conversations with the talent are
the
going
talent
faster
is
than you
flooding in.
expected.
Yeah, the talent is flooding in. Yeah.
Can you clarify? So you, when you were answering the question about the White House, you said you had 2 options, but then you said it was done. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So we laid out 2 different options. I didn't say it was done. I said the card was built. Yeah. It's done. I'm not talking about the White House card.
Yeah, for sure. And then, but just one other question about the White House, though, is as far as announcing the card, do you feel like, in the media world that we're in, it's enough to just put it out, or do you feel like that? Is there some kind of special announcement that we should be expecting, or is it just hey, tell people what the card is, and the media will do, their thing, or do you? Feel
we don't know yet. As we get closer, we've been kicking around a lot of ideas, and I don't know. Me and Borsari actually fly to D.C. this week and sit down with the president and his team and start walking them through. Not just the production, but the fight card. We have 3 different options on all the different production stuff, and see what he likes and what he doesn't like. But let me tell you this: this event is going to be so badass and so unique and so special, and so expensive.
Over here. Efe Ajagba earlier this week said that Charles Martin was a guy that refused to spar him way back, and now fast forward, got to fight him this week. So pretty satisfying for him to be able to go out and do what he did today. So what was your thoughts on that?
He refused to do what?
Charles Martin refused to spar Efe a while back, and then ultimately now they're fighting, and you saw what happened. So what was your thoughts on the main event, how it ended?
Yeah, listen, the main event was awesome. I thought it was a great fight. The whole main card was incredible. So, I don't know about the sparring stuff. Talk to them about that.
Yeah, and Teofimo Lopez was in the building tonight. Paramount showed him on the broadcast. He seemed to be enjoying the fights from start till he left. Is that a guy you guys been talking with, Teofimo Lopez?
I'm interested in everybody.
Zuffa Boxing 4 comes right after the UFC 326, the Holloway Oliveira. It's going to be a big week. I think you guys got BJJ going on as well. It came up in conversation the other day. Since the event is on Sunday, the UFC has their event out there at the T-Mobile. you have the fan experience. Is there any possibility to do like a ceremonial weigh-ins for the Zuffa Boxing at the fan experience, since they already have that stage built into with the fan experience stuff?
Yes. You'll be hearing about all that soon, yeah. You'll
That's
hear
great
from
news.
Lene.
That's great news. And I guess just the fans tonight, I think that was the first time I think that's the loudest I've ever heard it in here. Did you feel like tonight was probably the loudest it's ever been?
Yeah, it was. The energy in here tonight was great, but usually when you get great fights, you get great energy, so.
Yep. And the main event was, but what was your thoughts on the co-main event and actually the Benito fight?
Yeah,
I thought those fights were incredible.
Unbelievable. I agree. The whole main card absolutely delivered. Great fights. It was a good card tonight. The whole card was great. Yeah.
Mr. White, Elaine here. 3 fights in, excellent matchup. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, most of the fights tonight ended in a stoppage except for one. What has been the biggest pushback that you have gotten from the traditional boxing establishments?
What's been the biggest pushback? There hasn't been any pushback.
Okay.
This is like beating up babies. I feel like I came in and I'm beating up babies. I expected more. I expected some pushback. I expected some, I don't know, them to be more game. They're all way out of their league. Like, absolutely, positively out of their league. I'm actually a little shocked.
I think we're all shocked because, you know, you are coming in here making a lot of noise and, you know, like you said, the president from the WBC could not keep his mouth shut at this moment. A lot of boxing politics say that, you know, a league like, you know, what you're bringing up right now is kind of preventing the biggest fights from happening. Do you believe that your structure eliminates that problem?
Well, listen, at the end of the day, you guys are supposed to be the experts on what's going on and you know, like I said, I'll lay out a body of work this year, and then you can judge me by how this thing plays out. But, you know, everybody knows that this thing's been broken for a long time. I said what I was going to do. You know, I didn't say anything. I've never said anything bad about the WBC or the IBF or any of them. I just said I'm not going to do business with them. You know, I'm going to do my own thing. And then I saw, you know, Eddie Hearn saying that the belt is cringy and all this stuff. I don't, you know, I don't think anybody looks at Eddie Hearn and says, oh, this guy's a visionary, or, you know, the guy's been in boxing forever. I look at him like most politicians. You've done nothing in the sport except stay in the lane and, you know, play by all the rules and, you know, ride right along with but you ended up becoming part of the problem is what happened. And I don't want to sit here and smash Eddie Hearn or anything else, but Eddie Hearn works for his dad. You know what I mean? He works for Dad. And, you know, I don't think he's come in and ever had any type of vision, whereas we do. And we're gonna change the entire sport. And I understand the people who are the status quo in boxing don't like it. But it doesn't mean they can't still do their thing. If your thing is as good as you think it is, and you are as good as you think you are, then do your thing. Good luck to you. I'm going to do my thing, and they're going to do theirs.
Absolutely. I feel like you know, your message going forward has always been the same. Do you, and I do me. And, you know, a lot of people saying that centralized boxing under one structure gives way too much control to one entity. How do you respond to that concern?
I'm not concerned about it at all.
Okay, the last thing, you don't have
the
to
the sport has been out there for over 100 years. And there's plenty of guys that are involved in the sport. There's plenty of money in the sport. Eddie Hearn and his dad have a lot of money. You know, it's not like they can't compete. They can't compete because they don't know how to compete. There's no vision there. You know, I don't know how else to explain it other than that. And listen, I'm sitting here, my 3rd fight in. I'm either right or I'm wrong. We'll find out. I keep saying it over and over again. At the end of the year, judge us by what we've done this year. We're 3 fights in, and people are asking all these questions. And this Suleiman guy is incredible. He's incredible. He is absolutely, he's the greatest PR guy for how fucked up boxing is of all time. He's incredible.
Hey, Dana, over here.
Yep.
Oh, right. First and foremost, congratulations. It looked like a great night tonight compared to the first two. It seemed like they were growing tremendously. Two fun questions. First one, just wanted to get your thoughts with Terrence Crawford and Buckley. I know these questions about boxing and MMA guys.
Terrence Crawford and who?
Buckley, I don't know if you saw, they kind of.
UFC Buckley?
Yes.
Boxing?
Well, he kind of mentioned that Shakur Stevenson's fight wasn't like as entertaining because he didn't go for like the knockout. He wants to challenge Terrence Crawford for boxing. They started tweeting a little bit. You know, I guess Buckley told, you know, if it was a real fight, he would kill him. You know, just, you know, the whole MMA boxing stuff.
Are we still talking about this shit?
I just had to ask because it's been all over the place, you know, just the concept of.
Well, I didn't know anything about it, and I'm not thrilled that you told me about it. Yeah, I mean, everybody knows how I feel about that. Mm-hmm. Crawford and Buckley boxing, or Crawford, who just made fucking $55 million, is going to go street fight Buckley?
Well, I don't think he was implying that he would. Just kind of, I guess.
What's that?
He wasn't implying that he would do it, but it sounded like Buckley was challenging him, saying that he was MMA was the more superior of the two. So you're in the boxing world, so I got to ask.
You win the dumbest question of the night award. Congratulations, sir.
Well, all right. One last question.
Let's see if you can redeem yourself. What do you got next?
I got a good one. What do you think about Mayweather suing Showtime and
I don't know anything about it. I've seen it. You know, I'm not a big fan of the weasel myself, so you know, we'll see how that plays out.
Dana, clap back for Oscar.
Oh, I can't. No, I have no clapback. What more could you say or do to Oscar De La Hoya right now? I mean, this guy is beautiful. The fucking the ship is sinking like this, and he's talking shit all the way down. So you're telling me there was no clapback Thursday, this last Thursday? That's weird. He's been so consistent. Where is he? I hope we see one this Thursday. I can't wait to watch it. You done with me? Good night, everybody.
Congratulations on the victory. Give us your thoughts on the night, your performance, and the evening as a whole.
Well, the performance was, I'd say, phenomenal, even if it wasn't me. It looked great. I landed a great shot, and it worked out.
Was that kind of the shot you were expecting that you'd be able to land, or are you the sort of guy who goes in there and finds it as it presents itself?
Well, in my mind was I'll just try to do my job round by round, and I had a couple shots that I practiced, this one included, and it landed perfectly.
When you practice a shot and then you're able to deliver it in the fight, is that particularly rewarding because you know, like, oh, hey, not only am I able to get these, I'm also able to see them ahead of time?
What do you mean exactly?
Is it more rewarding when you get a shot that you've been practicing? Like, it's like, okay, so I'm doing stuff and it's paying off in the ring. Do you feel particularly special about that?
Of course, definitely. I mean, everything you practice and works out like in a fairy tale. I mean, it's perfect.
Congratulations. When would you like to fight again?
When I would fight
Yeah, when
next
would you like to
again,
get back in there?
I'll see. I don't know yet. I just finished my fight. Don't worry about what's next.
You probably have like the best highlight reel moment so far right now in the Zuffa's short history. What's it like to have that on your resume so far?
Amazing. I've been talking about it before as well. Like you need stuff like that to get known in the combat sport world. You know, people want to see stuff like that, and worked out perfect.
What was your reaction to like when Max Kellerman gave you his analysis of the way you went out and fought today?
After the fight, you mean? Yes. Was cool.
I'll do the perfect fight.
I mean, I couldn't describe it better. It was nice. I was just enjoying the moment until now as well. Like, I mean, I'm all cool. I'm happy, even though I'm not jumping around and all that. But it's a dream coming true.
Umar, over here. Right here, bro. Congrats on the win, spectacular victory. I wanted to ask, as we know your father was a competitive boxer as well, what was the most important and memorable advice from him about your career in boxing and about your life that you implement still?
Well, there is many things I'd say. One of it was discipline and hard work, and well, I would rate myself as a very disciplined and hard worker. And another thing, and nowadays it can be an advantage or not so, is he always taught me to be very humble. That's why even though it's hard, I try to be very humble.
What's your plan to how you're gonna celebrate after the win?
Probably just have a burger. That's it, not much, nothing crazy.
Being humble, congrats.
Thank you very much.
It's a quick one for me, but amazing knockout, by the way. Unbelievable performance. How has the reaction been just from when it was announced to walk into that locker room? Because so many boxing websites, Twitter pages, Instagrams are retweeting, talking about it. There's no way your phone's not blowing up right now. It is the thing to talk about tonight. That knockout is a thing of beauty.
It is blowing up. I didn't really check it out. I just replied to my closest family members, and that's it. I'll look at it later. But I saw everyone was showing me. It's really blowing off. And, I mean, can't deny it was really a beautiful knockout.
Absolutely amazing. Next time we see you, I can't wait to ask you how many more people recognize you now on the street or at the grocery store, because that thing is going to just be a highlight reel forever. Well done tonight, sir.
Thank you very much. All right, thank you, guys.
FA, congrats on the win. How are you feeling right now?
I'm good. I'm feeling good.
Yeah. So it seems like you were patient out there until you eventually got the finish. So walk me through what your analysis was of your own performance today.
My performance was good. You know, at first I was started slow. You know, I'm trying to pick up my points, but you know, he has a lot of experience. You know, yeah. But I'm a strong guy. I like to fight. I like to box. I have to make adjustments. That's what I'm taking out.
Did anything out of Charles surprise you today inside the ring?
Say that again?
Did anything out of Charles surprise you inside the ring today?
Yeah, I was a little bit shocked because I didn't expect that. You know, first of all, I underestimated him because, you know, he has a lot of experience, you know. He moved, he chose his job, he's moving on angles, stuff like that, you know. It's very difficult to get to him. So, and then, you know, I have to put a lot of pressure on him so that I can move back. I'm very awkward, so that's why I take him out.
Yeah, very hard-earned victory for you for sure. I saw there in one of those final sequences, you kind of were like screaming in his face when you dropped him. Was that just kind of, you know, pure satisfaction after what you know, I know you mentioned before he refused to spar you back then.
Say it again, I don't understand.
That I know you you mentioned before that he refused to spar you way back when. Was this kind of a satisfying victory for you in that sense?
The way you feel, you talk about the knockout, that the way you feel?
Yes, when we were screaming, yeah, when you were screaming at him.
I'm trying to understand that part of the saying.
Was it satisfying when you were screaming at him?
I mean, yeah, I'm very satisfied, yeah, you know. But I already knew for the beginning I'm going to take him out because the knockout is going to come.
And we know Jao Patai is fighting for the first Zuffa belt in his weight class in a couple weeks here. When do you think they'll make an inaugural heavyweight belt?
Say it again?
When do you think they'll make an inaugural belt for your weight class, for Zuffa?
I'm trying to understand the question that you answered.
When do you think you could be fighting for a Zuffa belt? How soon do you think you could be fighting for a Zuffa belt? I said how soon he could be fighting for a Zuffa belt.
The question is when. Okay. You talk about the Zuffa bet. Yeah, you know, I mean, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the Zuffa bet, you know, but I don't know how long it's going to take. But, I mean, as soon as the Zuffa bet is ready, I'm good to go. I'm ready to take it.
Yeah, and if it was up to you, what do you want next? I know some people may, you know, want to see you and Bakole run it back one day. Is that something you think Zuffa can make happen?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they will make that fight happen. I want the heavyweight and the top 10, top 5. Not just top 10, top 5. Maybe top 10, you know. I'm ready to go, you know. Whoever I want, because I don't want to call names. If I call names, nobody's going to want to fight. But all I'm saying is I'm ready for the heavyweight division for the top 5. I'm good to go.
And last one, how differently would you approach a rematch with Martin Bakole?
I don't take... I mean, if they want to make that happen, let them make it happen. It will not change anything to rematch Martin Bakole. All right, thank you so much.
What did you learn about yourself tonight, F.A.? What did you learn about yourself tonight? What about your game did you develop or felt like you advanced tonight?
I mean, the performance that I put on in the ring tonight, I didn't put my best, you know, as far as taking a point. But, you know, Charles Martin, you know, he advanced me, but, you know, it's very difficult to get into him. But, you know, at the end of the day, I get the job done.
You feel like by next year, by the end of next year, you will have a heavyweight title shot?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, yes.
Why do you say that?
You say, why is that? I mean, I proved myself tonight. You can see that for yourself, you know. But, you know, yeah, I'm ready for the heavyweight division, you know. It depends on the next fight that I'm going to fight. I don't know who I'm going to fight next. But I'm going to go for the next opponent.
F.A., Congratulations tonight. Excellent performance. You secured a big win over a former world champion. What does this victory mean to you personally and professionally?
Yeah, it means a lot to me because signing with Zuffa, both debut on the heavyweight, it means a lot to me because it's the first knockout for Zuffa Boxing, debut. So it means a lot to me, and especially for my late dad, for my dad's, my late dad, back home, come here, have a fight. It means a lot to me and my family.
Speaking about Zuffa, you signed with Zuffa. You have a pretty good resume. What made you choose Zuffa over staying instead of staying with traditional boxing?
Yeah, because I was a free agent from Top Park, so, I got a call from Zuffa team. So my wife, she's my manager right now. So she got a call from Zuffa team. They interested in me, to be on Zuffa Boxing.
What was your thoughts regarding your experience tonight? What helped you? Because last time you fought Martin Bakoli, it resulted in the draw. So what did you learn from that experience that helped you tonight?
I've learned a lot about for Martin Bakoli loss, for the draw. It was, the draw is kind of like overwhelming, but at the same time, I accept the draw, so everybody knows that I won the fight. Even Martin Bakoli knows that he knew that I won the fight, but it is what it is.
That's good to hear. Okay, so my last question is, you dedicate this fight to your late father. What motivation and impact did that have on your performance tonight?
I put a lot of performance, there. Like I said before, I said I'm going to knock Charles Martin to dedicate the knockout to my late dad. So that is exactly what I did.
I'm sure everybody's happy for you, watching you from all over. What do you have to say to those watching you at home?
I get the job done, as you can see. I know they're already proud of me, and I'm going to keep make it a proud, So I'm going to do the stuff, to do an amazing job for them.
Thank you.
Yeah.
One over here. Hey, congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
First and foremost, how was the whole experience this camp with Coach Chet and Coach K?
It's a 5 weeks camp. It was good. It was good. The camp the camp was very short. So yeah, it was very explosive. We got to go through it. Work hard. With Coach Ken and Coach Chet. They pushed me through. For the camp.
You've been looking really great. Throughout this fight. What's changed a lot from this year? Was it just something that, you're happy that you're able to fight on a big promotion? Was it something that you see a big opportunity to fight for a title soon? What has been your motivation? Because you look really well out there.
It means a lot to me, to be on Zuffa Boxing, yeah. Zuffa is going to put me on the heavyweight division on the map to become a heavyweight champion. Trust me, I want to become a heavyweight champion, not just by saying with my mouth. It's coming.
You worked with PBC, you worked with Top Rank. Your overall experience, for a lot of people who's kind of, I don't know if I should work with Zuffa, I'm not sure. Your experience, should those fighters come over and give Zuffa a try like you did? And if so, why?
This is the new chapter. BBC, Top Rank, those are the past. So I'm looking forward to be with Zuffa, just to climb up higher, to become the greatest heavyweight of the champion of the world. So that's why I'm here. I'm not speaking it by my mouth, but I'm going to put on the action. I train hard for this fight. I train hard for the camp. Whatever fight they give to me, whatever opponent they give to me, I'm ready to go.
Last one. What champion excites you the most? Would it be Fabio Wardley? You know, would it be maybe Tyson Fury when he comes back? Like, what specific person is there one that strikes a little bit more than them?
It doesn't matter because even if I call Tyson Fury, call Usyk, you know, my last fight against Martin Bakole, I made sure Usyk, so they didn't give it to me because it's a draw. I wish I won that fight. That's when the fight is going to happen with Usyk, but I didn't win, so the fight was draw, so they didn't give it to me. But it doesn't matter if Usyk, Tyson Fury, Wilder, anybody, it doesn't matter to me. I'm going to fight anybody in the top 10.
Congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
You get to talk to Dana White after your fight?
Huh?
You get to talk to Dana White after your fight?
Dana White?
Did you talk to him?
Yes.
What did he say about your performance?
I didn't talk to him today, but I just shaking hands, but we didn't talk about it. All right, thank you.
Hi, FA. My name is Saucy with Elite Champ TV. I have a question for you. Who inspired you the most in your boxing career? Any particular fighter that inspired you?
Can you say that?
Is there anyone that has inspired you in your boxing journey or supported you? It could be a family member or a fighter.
The fighter that you know, my family as well. You know, my family, they are the ones inspire me, you know. My friends, you know, my family back home, even my wife, my kids the most. They are the ones that inspire me for the boxing. To keep pushing.
Thank you. And how many kids do you have?
I have 3 kids.
Wow.
Yeah.
I am sure they're proud of you. Congratulations on your win
Thank you.
tonight.